Well, hello people from Avoca village in County Wicklow, and I'm just searching for a cup of tea or a latte, right? So stay tuned, my friends, and I'm killing time now after making last week's video here from Avoca. So I don't know where I'm going to go in this video, my friends, so just stay tuned, okay? Stay tuned, my friends. We have to get a cup of tea, don't we? Wow, this looks nice. Oh shit. Well, people, this looks a nice little place, doesn't it? In Avoca. And me saying there's no cafe in the village, but it's up at the top end of it here, okay? So stay tuned, my friends, and we'll get a cup of tea on it for sure, okay? Or a latte. Stay tuned, my friends. That's a cool little river there, isn't it? I wonder, is this the coffee shop in here? Let's go in, people, here. It's the cafe, all right. They're lovely, isn't it? This is gorgeous. Hope they're probably gorgeous prices too, you know yourself. Hi. Super cool shop here too, look. Look at all the wines there, people. Nice looking cup, isn't it? 14 euros for a cup. They can shove it where the sun don't shine, my friends. Sarah's honey, people, here. That's not bad. That jar is €4.75. That's not bad. People, here's a story about Avoca, the little village I was in, and here, right? So it says, Avoca was once known as Newbridge. It subsequently became Ovoca, and then in Victorian times, Avoca. The official name in Irish is Avoca. In 1723, a cooperative weaving mill was set up along the banks of the Avoca River, a place where local sheep farmers could meet, spin and weave their wool. It first produced raw, uncoloured yarn, which was turned into basic tweeds and blankets. By the 18th century, the valley of Avoca was a busy and vibrant community, mining copper, zinc, lead and gold. The mill was the nucleus of the village, spinning and weaving wool from local sheep to clothe the families and grinding corn to feed the miners. In the mid-1800s, Mr. Nicholas Dunn took over the mill and developed it as Avoca Woolen Mills. He made blankets for the army and the Rathdrum and Sheelalag unions. At that time, the mill produced wool dyed from local plants and only produced flannel in white, grey or red. In 1915, it is recorded that the rug cost a full 15 shillings. In 1926, the Wine sisters took over the running of the mill and went on to buy the business in 1937. With the wonderful designs and use of vibrant colours, the sisters developed an international business selling rugs and wool fabric throughout Europe and to America. They sold to the Couture House of Paris and to the royalty in England. The sisters never married, and upon their deaths the mill fell into disrepair. In 1974, Avoca Hand Weavers was bought and saved by Donald and Hilary Pratt. They injected enormous energy, flair and hard work into the business and laid the groundwork for today's Avoca. The business is now managed by 2 generations of the Pratt family and continues to grow and develop. With over 10 shops in Ireland, it has global recognition for its fashion, food and magnificent woven blankets, throws and scarves, all still woven on these original premises, where it was founded in 1725. Avoca Hand Weavers is the oldest running business in Ireland and one of the oldest mills in the world. Wow, people, that's an amazing story, isn't it? So this is Avoca. Like, you'll see Avoca shops, people, as you go around the country, right? So this is where they're from, here. That's amazing. Right, people, so this is another Irish company here, Kos. I think they have a big farm in North County Dublin, right? It wouldn't be that far from where I live, actually. Kos Crisps. And I'm after getting a latte here. So for that little bag of crisps and this latte, it's €6.70. I don't know what you think of that, my friends. Stay tuned. We'll have a little wander around here and then I'll move on someplace else. So stay tuned, my friends, okay? People, it's lovely here, but I just noticed one thing about the shop and the cafe. It's not wheelchair accessible, you know what I mean, for anybody that can't walk, you know what I mean. That's the only thing, but it's lovely, isn't it? So this is the original Avoca. There's an Avoca shop, people, in Malahide Castle, right? And it has the shop, of course, it's all expensive kind of stuff, good stuff, but expensive, and they have a cafe there, food. And another one, I think, let me see, there's a couple of them all over the country, like, you know what I mean, around the country, Avoca shops. So this is where it originally started, Avoca, look. It's lovely, isn't it? Now, people, this is amazing, you know, like, this is what I keep saying about getting out and about, you know what I mean? I never knew that this was Ireland's oldest weaving mill, right? Wow, people, I never knew that they made all this. Look, coats and everything, look. What did you say? Rugs and different. Isn't that amazing, isn't it? Look, I wonder did they make those cushions for those chairs there as well. Look what they have here, look. So those, look, the Wine Sisters, you see them there now. The mill was originally set up as cooperative in 1723. Here, local farmers could grind their corn and spin and weave their wool for clothing for the local miners. Times were tough in rural Ireland, and it was soon a vital local resource. At first, only uncoloured yarn was used in tweed for clothing and blankets for beds. Later, though, colour came to the valleys as natural vegetable dyes in reds, greens and yellows began to be used. These were soon recognised as Avoca's signature hues. A dynamic trio of sisters were instrumental in the introduction of colour, and throughout the 1920s and 30s they turned what had been a small local business into a thriving international hand weavers, selling to couture houses of Paris and English royalty. So there's the wine sisters, my friends. So the three wine sisters again, you see them up there. There's Miss Winefield, Veronica Winefield, nice looking woman actually. Old black and white picture, Miss Emily Wine. Fascinating people, isn't it? Yeah, check this place out. People, check this out if you're in Wicklow, right? Go down into that little quaint little village called Avoca, and this is the oldest, home of Ireland's oldest weaving mill. I never knew that, my friends, right till now, right? I've heard of Avoca, but I didn't know that the Avoca shops originated from here, if you know what I mean. It's still a working mill here, weaving like, you know, the oldest. What did I say there? Oh, go back again. Oh God, I think I'm getting Alzheimer's, my friends. I think I'm getting Alzheimer's. What did I say over here again? Home of Ireland's oldest weaving mill. Yeah, and it's opened. And it's one of the oldest weaving mills in the world. And look at this, people. It's now open for guided tours from 10 AM in the morning. Please inquire in store. Oh, so you could go in and you could do a tour of the mill. You know what I mean? The Avoca Mill, right? That's amazing. Just see the lovely coats and the rugs and quilts and stuff and scarves. Amazing work, my friends. Amazing. So check it out. Look at this lovely tree here as well, isn't it gorgeous? Look, that is beautiful. Right people, that was really fascinating. Hold on a minute, it's not over yet. It just says there's a fat look riverside picnic tables. So let's go down to the river here, people, for a second. I can hear the flow of the river. Now people, isn't that a lovely sound, isn't it? Picnic tables. God, this is a great place. Check this out people, Avoca Mills, right? I never knew it existed until today. Hello. Right people, do you know what I'm going to do now? I'm going to head back across country to Lara again, close to Glendalough, and hopefully I'll get a cup of tea there, right? That coffee in here was a bit strong, the latte, but it was okay, you know. People, this is a gorgeous little place here, gorgeous. Right, onwards to Lara, and then what I think I'm planning on doing then is I'm going to go through the Wicklow, the old military road, through the Wicklow Mountains, right? So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. More to come from County Wicklow. Oh yes. Well, hello people. I was coming out of Evoka there, right, and I'm heading for Lara, and you know, I was just kind of glancing, and I could see this big white cross on top of a mountain, right? So it's called the Miners' Graveyard, right? And I just stopped here because I got lost, so I had to go on to Google Maps here. I met this man on a bicycle, walking up this real steep hill on a bicycle. So he told me where to go, right? Of course, I got lost, and I ended up going down this dirt road, and I ended up it was a cul-de-sac road, dirt road, leading to a house. You want to see where the house was. Totally secluded, right? And there was 3 people, and they're sitting in the back garden. So I had to reverse all the way back out. And yeah, so I'm kind of a bit lost here. But look at this, people. Looks like a big... Well, it was a mine or something here. Look, see this? It's all fenced off here. So it looks... Can you see across there? Look. I don't know, people, if that's natural or if that was a big mine at one time. But anyway, people, so I'm looking for the help of Susan here to bring me to this graveyard. Okay, so stay tuned, my friends. Okay, stay tuned. Not too good, people, on the car, I have to say. Look at this for a view, look. Isn't that deadly? Right, it's telling me it's only 2 minutes away, this graveyard, right? Miners' Graveyard. Things I do, people. Mad things I do. But it's all part of the adventure, isn't it? It sure is, my friends. 18 degrees centigrade today here in County Wicklow in Ireland, south of Dublin City. My car is saying to me, Don, you're a dickhead for bringing me down this gobshite trail here with big massive potholes in it. Stay tuned, my friend, stay tuned. Wow, people, have a look at this. This is just, look at the views from here. Wow. Oh my God, this is fantastic. You see, that's the dirt road I should have come up there, right? But I'm after going all over the goddamn place and came up that one over here. Look at this, people. Look at the views. Wow. Now, isn't that fantastic, people, isn't it? Look. I'm going to be heading people way in that direction. I'm going to bring us in through those mountains over there, right? So make sure you stay tuned, right? Oh, this is fabulous. Absolutely fabulous, my friends. Tribute to Avoca miners. Beneath this soil, brave men did toil, each day, each night, each year. Mid rocks and mud, they sweated blood, through stress and strain and fear. The miners here had much to fear. Their families knew the strain. The stress was like a gambler's wage, with life at stake for gain. Those women, too, so well we knew, walked through the cold and rain. Their hands so sore from picking ore, no gloves to ease the pain. There comes a time in every mine, sad grief comes into view. Mick Crane was one who lost his life, thank God there was but few. Terry McNamara from Arklow town laid low whilst in his prime, and Andy Beattie from far off land was killed across the line. We lost Joe Scott beneath this spot, so young to leave this vale. Mossy Hatton too, so brave and true, their memories here we hail. With trust and prayer in Our Lady's, care, many lives were spared each day. Her watchful eyes forever gaze on us here at home and away. As we reminisce of bygone years and pray for those now gone, we know these days are passing fast, but memories still live on. So there's a little poem there, people, about people, miners who lost their lives here, in memory of Avoca miners. Thomas Moore, the meeting of the waters, right? Yeah, so like, just back down, people, I have it on the video here before. Actually, it's on the video that I called it Shit Burger in beautiful Wicklow, right? I'm not going to read that now. The meeting of the waters. It's a poem about two rivers meeting down in Avoca, right? Poet called Thomas Moore. This is lovely. Look, and you can have a picnic here and everything. It's gorgeous. You know. Right. Let's go, people. For a cup of tea. Right, people, I don't know about you, but that was worth the effort up this dirt track. Yeah, I just seen at the corner of my eye when I was driving, you know, the white cross up on top of the hill or the mountain here. So I had to go and investigate, my friends. Stay tuned, we get a cup of tea. Stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Right, people, I'm just in Lara here. So this little village, just down there, in the last video I had my dinner over here in Lineham's of Lara, right? This is the little village just before Glendalough, okay? So I'm going up here to see can I get a cup of tea. And you're all very welcome to join me, so stay tuned, my friends. And after I have the cup of tea, people, I'm going to bring us up through the Sally Gap, right? So I'll be bringing us up through Sally's Gap, my friends. Sounds erotic, doesn't it? But anyway. Oh, that's misogynistic, my friends, that's misogynistic. No, it's the old military road, it's called. I'll bring us up through the mountains, right? So stay tuned, my friends. Hopefully this is still open here and I can get a cup of tea. So I feel a bit peckish now, right? So stay tuned. Right, people, bad news there. That little cafe is closed because they're doing a film. There's a film company there filming. So, yeah. Look at this. Look, so somebody trying to make little sculptures or something. Look, out of the stones that's here. Look, that's a swan. That looks like a horse, doesn't it? They've done a butterfly. A seahorse. I don't know what the others is, but anyway, there's a news agents down here, so I'll go down and get some water anyway, because I need water badly. Right, so yeah. Actually, what I'll do, I'll just walk back into the village, leave my car where it is there, right? So stay tuned, my friends. You know something, people, this is a lovely little village here, Lara. I like it a lot. I have it on one of my Wicklow videos, so If you go into my WICKLOW video section, you'll find Lara on it, right? So, yeah, I love this little village a lot, actually. And straight ahead, people down there, that road there, is beautiful Lough with the lakes and the monastery and the fantastic hikes up the mountains. Oh my God, exceptional, I have to say. Right, get into this newsagents here, people, right? Shop. So stay tuned. Right, people, so I'm after getting this tea here, this turkey salad sandwich and a bottle of water. That's after coming to €9.90, right? So it's, you know, travelling to Wicklow, my friends, is not cheap, I'll tell you that much. But in beautiful surroundings here, right? So this is my actual tea, people. And stay tuned, my friends, and I'll show you. We'll go back through the mountains, okay? A bit more to show you before I end this video. Let me see what my tea is like. Oh yeah, you can't beat the old tea, my friends. And the turkey salad sandwich, there's salad, there's tomatoes, lettuce and turkey. Very good, my friends. Right, people, that was a grand little pit stop here. Cup of tea was lovely, so was the sandwich, actually. As I said to you, €9, what they say was €9.90, was it? But that included a bottle of water. Right, people, I think it's heading back to the car now, and then we'll I'll head up through the Sally Gap, right, and show you another part of the WICKLOW mountain. So stay tuned, my friends. Super cool bike.
Ah, yeah.
It's deadly. Yeah, I'd say that, yeah. Oh, that's a fantastic looking motorbike there, my friends. Right, I'm just going to show you here. Look, this is the other. There's two hotels or two restaurants here in Lara, right? One at the Lynham Hotel there. That's where I normally go. But they seem to have stopped doing carvery dinners, right? And then there's this place called the WICKLOW Header, right? See this place here? Now, I'd highly recommend here as well, my friends, if you're looking for somewhere to eat, right? If you're down in Lough, try out this place, the WICKLOW Header, right? You'll get great food in there, and it's a lovely atmosphere in there as well. Right, people, let's go on up through the Sally Gap and into the WICKLOW Mountains, right? So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Right people, I just stopped here, right, on the way up to the Sally Gap, right, to show you this magnificent waterfall here that cascades down the valley towards Lara, right. I might have this on a previous video somewhere, but anyway, I'll just show it to you again anyway. So stay tuned, my friends, right. Turn the light off, Dan, your car. Oh. Jesus. That was a close call, look what I done. I better be careful when I'm driving out or I'll get stuck. Look at this people, look. Look at the view. Now isn't that fantastic people, isn't it? Fabulous. Right people, I've been down here before, right? It says it's private property, but you know yourself, don't you? Right, we have to go over, and show you this. If we can get in through this wire in the fence here. Look at the state of me, the things I'm doing for YouTube. Right. Oh. Okay. Now have a look at this. Super cool, isn't it, my friends? It's not super cool people, isn't it? Epic stuff. Look at the view down the valley, isn't it class? Probably shouldn't be doing this people, but anyway. This is where it goes over the edge here, look. You see that, look? All the way down there. Right people, that's as far as I'm going, look. It just drops over the edge just down there, right, into the valley. And as you can see, it continues on the river there, all the way back down into Lara. Amazing, my friends. Right, let's go further through the Sally Gap, okay? The old military road. Fantastic, isn't it, my friends? Fantastic. Stay tuned, more to come. It's a bit cold up here now, people. It's 20 to 7 in the evening here, and I'm still out and about. So why would I want to go home, you know what I mean, once it's bright? Look what I almost done here, people, in my car. Look how close I am to letting the car go in there. Crazy, haven't I? Anyway, people, stay tuned and we'll go further up into the WICKLOW Mountains here, up through the Sally Gap. Okay, so stay tuned, my friends. Right people, I'm now at the crossroads here on the Sally Gap, right? I'm going to go right here back onto the road that will bring you from Glendalough if you're heading back to the N11, right, on the east coast, right? If you go straight ahead there, you'll head into Dublin, and if you go left there, you'll head west towards Blessington, right? So I'm going to go right here, people. You see it says Bray and Roundwood on it here to the right. And I'm going to show you, I have it on the video here before, show you the lake, but they call it the Guinness Lake. I think it's called Lough Tay, not too sure now. Anyway, yeah, I'll show you that. And if anybody is into films, I'll show you where the bridge they use in a film called P.S. I Love You, or something like that, right? If anybody was into that film. Okay, so stay tuned. This is a fairly picturesque part now and going on now, my friends, right? So stay tuned, okay? It is on another video, but from way back, you know. So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. Hope you enjoy it. Oh, sorry, I hope you are enjoying yourselves as much as I am, right? Stay tuned.
Have you heard about the latest thing? Everybody's jacking in. Innovation's here to conquer the nation. Just come along and get right in. This is how it's done. Come on, we've already begun. Now keep your arms down to your sides and move them in a circle. That's right, just like that. You're steaming up, better get them hips moving. Here we go, look out. Yeah, we gotta take it slow, baby. We got a long way to go. Oh, let's dance the choo-choo, baby. We'll be swinging all night. Yeah, it's the choo-choo, baby. We'll be dancing until the morning light. Choo-choo. Choo-choo. It doesn't matter who you are or what you do.
Right people, I'll just show you this bridge here, right? Because I think that this is the bridge from the film, the P.S. I Love You bridge. Just looking at a lot of people are stopping here, so it must be the bridge, right? Here's motorbikers. Cool bridge, isn't it? Apart from that big metal crappy oak that's sitting there in the archway, look. Look at these fantastic stones. I think, people, this is the bridge from that film, P.S. I Love You, right? You know that the girl who wrote the book P.S. I Love You was Bertie Ahern's daughter. Now, Bertie Ahern, for anybody who is not Irish, was one of our prime ministers, right? And he was Minister for Finance as well at one time, right? And of course, bit of a dodgy character, my friends. He never had a bank account, right? And he got paid in cash from his friends and stuff, you know. And he supposedly won 50,000 euros on the horses, right? On a bet. I'll say no more, my friends, I'll say no more, right? But this is supposed to be the bridge here. For anybody who watched the film P.S. I Love You, okay? Super cool again, isn't it? Right, we'll go on a bit more, my friends. That's just a bit of useless information for anybody who's into films, okay? Right, on again, my friends. Show you another spectacular view up here in a minute. So stay tuned, okay?
You're moving to the station for a ride. When
Right people, it's evening time here. It's actually 7:10, so it's a bit nippy, right? But I'm going over to show you what's normally called the Guinness Lake, right? Because I don't know whether it's still owned by the Guinness family, right? But anyway, it's a big lake down here and it's magnificent, right? And you see over here, the mountains over here, people, that's part of the Wicklow Way, okay? So that goes from Marley Park in Dublin all the way across Wicklow into County Carlow. I can't remember the name of the village that it ends in Carlow. But if I remember the people, I'll tell you, right, okay? I'll put it up in a video. Spectacular views, people, look. Another big kind of a lake down there as well. And people, I don't know which TV series it was, whether it was Game of Thrones or is it Vikings, right? Parts of it were made down here in the bottom of that lake there. There's kind of a beach and all, you can see it down there. But it was part of one of those TV programs was made down there, people. Right, so I've been up here, people. I can't count how many times. That drive I done through the Sally Gap, sure, I've done that countless times in my car over the years. I could nearly drive around with my eyes closed. I've been up it that many times or through it many times from different directions and everything, you know. I love going through there. It's a pity, people, that even driving through where I came there with all this heather, if that was in bloom now, actually it's starting to bloom, or is this finished? No, maybe it's starting. Look, see it there, look. See the kind of pink coming out in it there now. Yeah, so like when you drive through what I drove through there, when that's in bloom, it's fantastic. It really is. Anyway, let's go back down here and show you this lake, okay? Before I finish the video. So stay tuned, my friends, stay tuned. In Wicklow here in Ireland. This County Wicklow is called the Garden of Ireland. And I can see why, you know, because it is beautiful. No question about it, my friends, no question. I remember the first time I came down here, right, and as you're walking down, you're thinking to yourself, oh, be careful, because you'll come to the edge and you'll fall over the edge, but you won't actually. I'll show you now what I mean. You won't fall over the edge. But, yeah, I think, I don't know if it still belongs to the Guinness family. I know Mick Jagger stayed down here. I don't know if the whole Rolling Stones ever stay down here, but like, you know, all these people all hang around in the same circles, don't they? All these rich people. Anyway, people, you get the point here. Look, you see, look, you won't fall over the edge because you see it just keeps going on, gradient, all the way down. I'll just go down as far as these two big boulders here, and that's as far as I'm going to go. So, yeah. What do you think? Isn't it super cool, isn't it? It certainly is, my friends. It's super, super cool. Right, people, I'm going to end this video here, right? So, hope you enjoyed that little trip to Avoca Mills, right? I never knew there was a weavers, the oldest weavers in Ireland and one of the oldest in the world down in Avoca, right? So, from there and from the cup of tea in Lara and from the drive through the WICKLOW Mountains here, the waterfall, and the drive through the mountains to here, I call it the Guinness Lake, maybe it's called Lough Tay. I'll put it up on the video. So I hope you enjoyed it, people, because I certainly did. And stay tuned, my friends, right? If you like the video, please press the like. And if you're new to the channel, please press subscribe, it's free. And as usual, my friends, I have absolutely no idea where my next video is going to come from, but it's going to come from somewhere. So stay tuned, my friends. Always up on a Sunday evening after 5 o'clock. It's always after 5 o'clock, right? So till next Sunday, my friends, keep safe. Always keep safe, right? Bye. Take care. Bye.